Today, let's walk through the steps of how you can sew your own key fob. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today using a little key fob hardware piece with two different types of cotton material, we are going to be sewing our own key fobs. These can be really fun for back to school, really simple projects just to make or give to others. So to start off, you are going to want two pieces of fabric that are 2 inches by 18 inches long, and then you want that little key fob piece. So first we're going to be matching with right sides together our two pieces of cotton and then just taking a seam along that one long edge. Now I did end up changing the sizing of this, so that's why I'm saying 2 by 18 inches, just in case you're looking at this fabric thinking that's much wider than 2 inches. It's because as I went on I realized I need to make it shorter. Now once you have that all sewn, you are just going to press that seam open so it is nice and flat and smooth. And then at the bottom, you're going to press this edge by 1/2 inch. So basically what we are doing is making this so that there's no raw edges. So I'm folding this over by 1/2 inch and then pressing it out so it is nice and flat and smooth here. And then I will repeat this on that piece of blue as well. So we're basically bringing this down to about 1 inch wide overall for our key fob, which that was the size of my hardware. So if you have a piece of hardware that's slightly bigger, you could definitely adjust this to meet your needs. But as you can see, I'm just folding this over. So each one has now been folded, and then I'm going to fold all of this over one more time. And then as you can see here, there's now no more raw edges. So I'm just going to pin all of this in place, and this will give us just a really nice and clean looking key fob because those raw edges have now been folded towards the inside and we just have one long tube. So now I'm just going to take a seam all the way on that one edge, and then I will repeat this on the bottom edge. I'm going to use around 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, and then just take those parallel stitches on either side. Now for this, be sure to backstitch at the beginning and end. So as you can see, I got that first stitch done, so it looks really nice. So now I'm just going to repeat that exact same seam allowance on the second side so that I have that really nice kind of parallel look. And then once I do this, the main portion of our key fob is sort of completed. So now it's time for us to add the hardware. So I'm just going to take my little hardware piece, slide it through, and then we're going to be bringing those two raw edges together. Now for this one, we're going to be doing slightly different where I'm just having my two raw edges. I'm just going to be matching them together and then setting up my machine in a zigzag stitch. And then I'm going to increase my zigzag stitch to about a 5. And then I'm just going to be sewing back and forth over the entire piece to connect these together. Now for that zigzag stitch, I did go back and forth about 3 or 4 times just to make sure it was very secure and it was going to hold up. This is what's going to keep this loop together for us the whole time without giving us a lot of extra bulk. So that's kind of why it's an important step to do here. Now I have my loop, I have the hardware installed into the loop, but the zigzag stitch itself isn't that pretty. So I'm going to take a little scrap piece of fabric, so this is around 3 by 2 inches, and I'm going to fold it in half, so just very simple folding it in half. And then I'm going to be just checking to see how do I like how this looks. Now if you want this to be smaller or bigger, you can definitely do that, but I'm going to be folding over the top by 1/2 inch, pressing that out, and then I'm going to fold over the bottom also by 1/2 inch so that we get no raw edges on the top and the bottom. And then we are going to follow that exact same process and basically fold over the sides also by 1/2 inch. So what we're doing here is basically making a little cover for our little key fob so that we don't see any raw edges, but we also don't see that zigzag stitch. You want this to be 1.5 inches wide, and then we can press the edges so that you bring them in 1/4 inch. That way you also get the width for this to be 1 inch. And this is going to give you a really nice little cover so that you're not able to see that zigzag stitch. So now going back to my key fob, I have everything in place. I've moved that zigzag stitch so that it is around probably almost like 1.5 inches away from the hardware itself. And then I'm going to take my little cover and I am just going to map it so that it is on the back as well as the front, and then just fold this over so that I'm covering that zigzag stitch up. Now for this, you can see I'm just folding this over very carefully, and then I'm going to pin it in place. So here is what it looks like. It looks really neat, and then I'm just kind of adjusting it so that I don't see any raw edges. I make sure that the folds are inside, and then I'm just very carefully sort of aligning all of this together. And then once I have it as I would like it to be, I can just pin this up and then go take a seam. So for pinning this together, I actually just use one pin. It is a little thick, so if your sewing machine does have issues sewing through thick fabrics, you may want to use some tips on or tricks, which I do have a video on. And then I'm just going to be taking those parallel seams on either side, matching it up with those seams that we took before. So I'm bringing this over to my machine, just sewing through, being sure to back stitch at the beginning and end, and then taking that parallel stitch on either side. And then once you do this, this key fob is actually complete. So this was a really interesting little project. It gives you some different colors or dimensions that you can use if you want to use those contrasting fabrics. But this is what my key fob now looks like. It's pretty sturdy. It'd be able to hold, your keys if you want to add an ID to it. These can also make really fun, easy gifts for people. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.